Boom. And welcome back to another episode of the Saucy Boys podcast. I go by the name of Nunchuck Johnson.
Michael Stokes, bitch.
And we are back for you. We got another lovely episode for you. So being this week, I'm the bearer of Bevy.
Tell him.
I have been busting my ass, people. So I went the lazy route and decided to go on to continue our elevated beverages. And the reason this one is elevated is because you don't have to make it. It's already in the can for you.
Wow.
And it's liquor. So today we're going to be drinking the Crown Royal little Crown and Coke mix. Mike has a Crown and Coke. I got the Washington Apple. So we're going to get into this.
We can get some ASMR on these. So these right here, these bring back good vibes to me, bro. Good vibes. Back in August, I went to Florida and I copped me like 8 of these motherfuckers. And I was just in the Atlantic Ocean, in the Gulf. It was beautiful Gulf in Destin, just floating up and down with this motherfucker in my hand, just drunk as shit.
Damn.
Motherfucking redneck white women was just like, oh my God, is that a Crown and Coke? You know, I'm just like, yeah, bitch. They got them at the liquor store.
So, shout out to Crown for the convenience of these because we can also have a elevated beverage without making it. So.
Also, I look at this as a get out of jail free card for me. So one day when I don't feel like bringing shit, I can just be easy as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So,
anyways, let me get some of this ASMR real quick.
You know what? Before we crack into this,
what's good?
I haven't had one of these yet, so I'm a little excited.
These really have been sitting in your fridge since you moved in. That's crazy.
Yeah. So let's get into it. Ready?
Yeah. Good sound. Good sound. We've been slacking on the ASMR only because we've been making the bevs. The bevies, so it's like we really don't get the noise and all that shit. We got to bring that back somehow. You already try yours?
Yeah, I did.
How you like it?
It's cool. It's elevated.
Mine just tastes like Coke, which is a bad thing.
Yeah, this shit.
When you're
I got the Washington Apple, so this thing it's crisp.
Yeah. When you're floating in the ocean and all you taste is Coke, that's an issue.
Okay, so you know how like companies now are making like the whiskey and Cokes already made or like shit like that or like the ranch water and shit like that. Bang has a seltzer.
What?
Like the energy drink for like like pre-workout or whatever.
That doesn't sound good.
So they have one. I think it's like Alanu or some shit like that. They have one too, and Topo Chico has one. So I'm at Walmart and I'm like grabbing some quick shit real quick, like some groceries. And I was like, oh, somebody told me these energy drinks were good for like a pre. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, let me grab one of these. So I grab a box and I'm like walking and I just keep looking at it. I'm like, well,
something looks off.
Something's off about this. So I look and it's like seltzer. And I'm like, oh, shit, they about to have me fucked up in the gym.
Saucy as fuck lifting weights.
Out there. So
that's see, that doesn't seem like a good idea to me because the last experience we had with those was like juices and Four Locos.
Yeah.
That was like the energy drink fucking alcoholic beverage that motherfuckers would pregame with and get stupid. If you survived that era, man, more power to you, man. That shit was crazy, bro.
Fucking Four Locos and juice.
Ugh. I had a gas station where I'd get the 12-pack at, if you remember. Like I used to get that 12-pack of the lemonade flavor, Four Locos, and just ice them bitches down and go to whatever party I wanted to. Ugh. Oh my God, that shit was... Wow. I don't know how the fuck I did that.
Wild times.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I had that shit in my cart and I was like, oh damn, this is a seltzer.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck that. No. And then like, so me, like I've stated before, I don't drink during the day.
Yeah.
And I was playing that social spot and I was like, yeah, can I get a Topo Chico? And the chick was like, just be careful because one's a seltzer and one's like the regular shit.
Yeah,
and
the Topo seltzer.
I was like, God damn it. I was trying to like fucking secretly get me drunk.
Those dropped over the summer. They were like a real big deal. Like I remember for like a solid month because my girl wanted to try them. Mm-hmm. Like I kept going to like every liquor store and they were just like, yo, we're sold out of the Topo Chico seltzers. It's like, damn.
You know what? Everything is fucking sold out right now.
Yeah.
You can't get nothing. I can't even get plastic hangers.
Damn.
They don't got. And then like there's a Nike sock shortage. Like,
I've noticed that on the socks for my size, because I like they do like 6 to 12. I'm just out of that range. I need like the XL sock because I wear a size 14.
goddamn.
Yeah. And like most places just don't have that shit. Like if I find them, I'm literally getting the last and only fucking pack.
Buying like,
you know what I'm saying?
Whatever's on the shelf. That's, man, I don't know, it's crazy because like it's just, there's like so much shit that's like, there's like a shortage or it's out of stock. I've been trying to get a fucking new controller for I don't know how long, and it's pissing me off because Pioneer just announced that they're dropping a new controller, and it's kind of like the Rain 1 where the platters spin. They're dropping this whole new controller, but they still don't have the fucking the SRT 1000 in stock, and I'm like, and so that too, like I've been waiting on some shit from IKEA. And so, like, I put in the things, like, notify me when it's in stock. Yeah. And, like, a month will go by and be like, sorry, it hasn't been back in stock yet. But the time for the reminders has expired. So, if you want to resubmit your... I'm like, God damn, bro.
Fucking with you, man.
Just trying to get some new shit.
Everything's out of stock. I was peepsing some... same thing. I was on IKEA the other day looking at some couches because we need to get a new couch for our living room. And, like, I found, like, a really nice one. It was, like, $800. I was like, oh, cool. I'll split that with my girl. Clicked on that bitch. Out of stock.
Out of stock.
No timetable for when it comes back. I was just like, God.
That's why it took me forever to get my bed frames. I'm like, because they just out of stock. And I didn't see any other beds that I wanted. And so, but even when I bought my furniture, when I moved in, it took forever. So I wasn't here, like, almost a month without any furniture because this shit just took forever to get here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
yeah, it's a weird thing. I don't want to leapfrog a topic, but here I'll just go ahead and get into this. So like, kind of for adulting, what I wanted to talk about, like, because you say like the shortages and how long it takes to get furniture. Like, you know how happy I got the other day that I ordered me a new TV stand. And it's like I shouldn't be that happy, but I was.
It's like the smallest things.
Like, yeah, I got it for a great deal. It was on Amazon. It was like it originally runs for like $75.
I feel like that's how you know you're getting old, when you get excited about like deals.
Like I couldn't believe it. Like I was, just
and
like,
it's not even like an extravagant deal. It's probably like $5 off. Hey, I got this for $14.99.
No, it was $20. It was like a $20 code. You put that bitch in, it actually had it on the product. Yeah. So it's like as soon as you get to checkout, it automatically applies the code. So I only paid $55 for it. And I'm just like, oh,
this is nice.
That's what we'll talk about. It comes in next week sometimes. So I'll set that up. Then I'll be able to move like my clothing drawers and put them in my closet. I'm just
like getting organized.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Making, what's that shit called? When everything's like organized in your crib and everything just feels good.
Just Feng Shui.
Feng Shui.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's
it creates that energy.
I was hyped
in your
about
space.
It. I like told my girl, I was like, babe, look what I got. She was like, oh, that's so good.
That's what I'm trying to accomplish here. That's what I'm trying to accomplish in my crib, but it doesn't help because I got all these fucking Amazon boxes everywhere. I forget that I order shit from Amazon. Yeah. Like, I don't know if I do it when I get home from gigs. I'm just like on Amazon. That's how you know I'm fucking, like, I'm a nerd. Yeah. I'll just get home and, like, I'll be on Amazon buying shit.
Get on Amazon and spend some money real quick.
I'll be up to, like, 4 a.m. just browsing and making lists and shit.
That's me. Like, I'll, when I'm bored or when I'm taking a shit or something like that, I'll just start adding shit. I got this long-ass fucking list. Yeah. Like, a personal list that I got. And I'm just like, fuck it. I ain't got the money right now. Next week, maybe. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I got. But it sucks because, like, some of the shit in my list... out of stock. Yeah. I'm like, fuck.
Like the original TV stand I had added to my list. Yeah. Had like LED lights on it and shit. And it glowed in the dark. And I was like, fuck yeah. I'm doing it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I'm gonna buy it. And I go for it. Same thing. Out of stock, no timetable to return. I'm like, motherfucker.
Damn. See, and that's what I'm trying to do in my space. I'm trying to create like ambiance. When you come in, like you're just super relaxed.
That's all you need. You know what I'm saying? It has to, it's your zone, but you want like it to be like a chill zone to everybody else.
Yeah. Zone.
You put that together, that just puts a smile on your face, and as an adult, it's crazy.
Yeah. The shit that I get excited about now is like, you would have asked me about this shit like 5-6 years ago. I've been like, what?
Nigga, what?
Old ass, get out of here. Yeah. But yeah, I've been better about my adulting. Mm-hmm. At first, I used to like really fucking hate it.
Yeah.
Like hate adulting, like making my bed.
You know what? Yeah, there's this. Is it Progressive? I think it's where they got those commercials where it's like how to not act like your parents or something. Every time I watch those, I cringe, but I laugh because I'm like, fuck, that's me.
Yeah.
Like I'm becoming more and more like my parents.
This shit that you like always used to like get mad at your parents for, like, why do they do that? And then you catch yourself doing it. Yo, so like my mom, like when she drives, like she got a pirate mouth.
Mm-hmm.
She be cursing out everybody, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, man, why is my mom always so mad when she drives? Like, just chill, like whatever. And then like now, like I'm starting to catch myself like having a little bit of road rage, and I'm like, oh, damn, sound like my mom right now.
There's two types, because like when I was growing up, my parents would read signs all the time. They'd be like, hey honey, look at that. It seems like there's a good deal on blah blah blah. We should go there. And like I find myself doing that now, where I'm like driving, I'm like, oh,
like,
maybe
what?
I just stop through there.
Let me hit this turnaround real quick. Yeah.
Place looks nice. Hey babe, look at that.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like the older you get, you just start to become your parents.
Fuck, it's wild, man.
I'm hoping I don't, but that's what it's looking like.
I gotta have more style than my pops, definitely. Fuck that. Like I can't go out like that.
I think I've already kind of let that go, because if you look at like most of my shit, it's just like I dress for comfort.
Yeah.
I don't really dress for like.
But I feel like
sometimes I be getting fits off. It works.
I feel like our comfort looks more stylish than like our parents' comfort.
Yo, because my dad be wearing these big ass jeans.
Yeah.
I don't understand why that nigga's jeans be so big. But man,
Like,
he'd probably be mad if you heard this shit.
Like I'm just saying, like if you going from the 80s into the 90s, you know what I'm saying? Like if you holding on to a fit from the 80s, it sticks out like a sore thumb in the 90s, you know what I'm saying?
Then it's definitely gonna stick out now.
Thus, yeah, going forward, like, man, you still rock like my pops in the Fat Farm jean shorts, man.
Yo,
like shit, man.
You ain't even lying. I think my dad still got a pair of those. That or you know, I'm not gonna front. I think my dad still got some cross color shit in his closet from that time. That shit is fucking crazy.
Sorry about that.
No, you good. You good. Oh shit! Movie with the sound off in the background is Ninja Turtles, the very first one.
The very first.
This Foot Clan on here looking crazy.
Man, this shit used to look amazing to me back in the day. But what was that you were saying? He slapped the shit out of her.
You see how he opened his hand up? Yo, if you watching on YouTube, this nigga had his fist out, opened his hand slow, and just slapped the shit out this girl.
Go to the scene where they bitch slap April O'Neil, man. It's wild, yo.
Yeah.
But we were talking about before you put this on was like we saw a lot of movies out of order when we were younger.
Yeah.
And I was the same way. Like I saw Secret of the Ooze first.
Yes, that's the one I saw first.
And I thought that was Ninja Turtles 1.
Yeah.
And then I eventually saw part 1 and was like, wait, what?
Because that was the one with the kid, the pizza delivery kid, right?
Yeah, Kino.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, I always thought that was the first one. Mm-hmm. And then that too is like when you're younger, you don't really pay attention to like the titles of movies.
Yeah, you don't.
Your parents just put it on. You're like, oh, Ninja Turtles.
And it's all a product of what's on TV at the time. Like,
yeah,
so there's a shitload of movies that this happened to me for. Like I saw Terminator 2 first. Mm-hmm. Never saw the first one for the longest time. I saw the Aliens first. Never saw Alien.
Yeah.
RoboCop 2. Same thing.
Yep.
Ghostbusters 2.
Yep.
I saw all the sequels because they are all dropping when I'm a little kid. And it's like, that's what's on HBO. That's what's on the movie channels and shit. So it's like, you don't even think about it like, oh shit, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
This is a part 1? Like, this is part 1? Like, what?
Yeah. I mean, that's like one of the crazy things about having shit available to stream like this is because then you go back and like I find myself going back and like watching like either like original movies to like remakes or like watching the first, you know, film versus just coming in and seeing the second one.
Yeah.
But that, oh my God, see that dude's fingers?
Let the fucking giant rat touch you.
Fucking all right, so she's so scared. What would you do if you woke up and you seen a giant rat just petting your head?
Oh man, I'd fucking die.
Yeah. Would you fight it?
Hell no.
I'd fight the shit out that rat.
Hell no. Them things spread disease, man.
It's like what was that conversation we had on IDK? I'll beat the shit out of kangaroo. I would handle a kangaroo.
Fuck one up, but I mean, this is a New York City rat, man.
He's all rubbing your head like, wake up, B. Wake up, B. Hey, son.
Hey, yo, son.
Hey, son, you passed out.
Hey, yo, son.
Hey, let me get a slice of that pizza. Oh, shit.
Fuck.
Damn, what was I talking about? Oh, no, just going back and like watching like the first, like either the first films or like the original films versus remakes.
Yeah.
But what I did notice was that, you ever notice on Netflix, like whenever they put like a series of movies out, like usually like a newer one's coming, it's either in development or it's like they're already starting to do promo for it and releasing it.
Yeah.
So like, what was the last movie they did that with? Fuck, I don't remember. But I noticed they had Willy Wonka on there. And so I remember seeing something a while back where they said that they were going to redo
their own version of Willy Wonka.
Yeah, because that Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I watched that shit recently, and that shit is really, I know it's Tim Burton, but that shit is just like super weird.
That was what they said about it back in the day. Like, I remember reading like a lot of negative shit about it because like they were just like, yo, this movie's just weird. It doesn't have like the joy of the original and all that.
Yeah, this one was just kind of like, you had fucking Johnny Depp. He was just an asshole to everybody. He was like, I can't hear you when you mumble. It was like just shitting on all these little kids. Yeah, like if you watch that movie, he's just shitting on them kids the whole time. Like at least the old one, dude, was like, it was cool. This one, it just like, it looked like an opportunity for him to shit on the kids. Yeah. So, but I guess the new one that they're making, and this could be a rumor, I don't know how true it is, but it's with the Timothy, is it Chalamet, whatever. Yeah. But yeah,
Kid Cudi's best friend.
Yeah, so they're supposed to be doing it with him. I guess he's gonna play Willy Wonka.
Damn.
Which I could see. That'd be dope.
He look like a Willy Wonka ass nigga.
So that too. I seen I don't know if you seen it. I don't know if I sent this to you, but I seen that they casted somebody for the role of Jean-Michel Basquiat. And I've always wanted Kid Cudi to play that part.
Yeah, me too. I'm hoping that's what this is leading to.
And no.
Damn.
It's not. The guy that they got, like, because I think E-Flat posted it.
Yeah.
And the dude that they have playing, I guess we'll see how it is.
Because it's one of those things where, like, it happens every now and then in life, but, like, people get born looking like historical figures. Mm-hmm. And fucking, if you look at a picture of Basquiat and Kid Cudi, like, you would think Basquiat was Kid Cudi's dad.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Similarities. It's so crazy how much they look alike. So it's like, that was the same thing with me. Like, I always thought, like, damn, he'd be perfect to play him.
The only thing I think that will kind of maybe pull them away from casting Cudi is his acting ability. Because he's not the best actor.
He's getting more shit.
He's getting more shit and he's doing more shit. But, like, I've seen him in certain things. I'm just like, oh, like, he did all right.
Yeah. He's in this horror movie on Shudder that I was interested in watching. Like, I keep seeing previews for it on YouTube. But
he was in Don't Look Up, right?
Yeah, he was. But he was basically playing himself with a different name.
So
he didn't have many lines or whatnot. It's funny though.
But yeah.
But shit, you went and saw a movie this weekend?
Yeah, man. Went and saw speaking of older movies. The new version. I went to go see Scream 5.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna try to give a review because I know you haven't seen this film yet.
Granted, I don't care about spoilers, but just for the viewers out there.
Yeah, so no spoilers. Definitely go back and watch the first one before you go see this film. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of homage in this film to that first one. For me personally, and this is just maybe me being, I'm like the dude in the theater. It's like, nah, bitch, run. Like that. Or like, why would you do that? Mm-hmm. Or like, if you teamed up in a fucking room and there's like 3 of y'all and there's one killer, like all 3 of y'all jump on that motherfucker. Yeah. But it's a movie. So they never do that. I tend to forget that sometimes. So it's like 2 people that barely got smacked are laying on the ground like, and then you got one dude fighting the main guy. And yeah, so there was a little bit of that in this. But, I mean, it's for the new generation. It's not for my generation. Yeah, so I can appreciate it. But I'm gonna go back and watch the first one, and then I'll have to go back and watch Scream 5 again, and then maybe I'll find a newfound appreciation for it.
I forgot what streaming service they're on, but I know I want to say it might be Amazon Prime has all of them.
Yeah, I think
they got them all like streaming right now, so I'll definitely go check it out. I mean, Scream something like we talked about before. That's my oldest sister's generation, so she brainwashed me in the 90s, and I remember the first 3 fondly.
I remember the first 2 pretty well. Yeah. 3 and 4, I didn't really watch those ones.
I remember being surprised at how decent the 4th one was, considering that it came out a decade ago. And even at that time, I was like having questions about like, how are they going to do this with everyone having a cell phone now? And they still made it pretty decent, and it had a nice little tie-in or whatnot. But what I saw was like this one has like one of the, it's either like the 2nd or 3rd highest rated one out of all 5 of them. Yeah, like Rotten Tomatoes wise.
Yeah,
it's got like a really good fresh rating. So I was just like, oh shit, okay, I guess I got to.
It wasn't bad. It just, I mean, I'm going into it, you know, coming off of like I haven't seen the first one in like 5 to 10 years probably. Yeah. Or maybe even longer. So some of the details of like the first film I'm kind of missing. So like, you know, just like thinking about like what the Scream franchise was back whenever, you know, you first seen it, and you're kind of going and expecting that same thing. It's like you definitely need a refresher before you go and watch this one, because like some of the characters I was just like, wait, who's this supposed to be? But then like after you think about the first film, I was like, damn, I should have watched that, and a lot of this shit would have just tied in better, and it would have made it less confusing. Okay. And that's if you haven't seen the films in a while. So but if you're like a huge fan and you've been watching them shits consistently, and just go see it, you'll have a good time.
Yeah. Sydney.
Oh, okay. So now that we're talking about it, me and my chick go see Scream 5, right? Mm-hmm. And we get the little VIP like seats in the back, and you know, nice little experience. Like order a little bit of food or whatever, chill or whatever. Man, there's this couple sitting right next to us, and these motherfuckers are talking the whole fucking movie. There wasn't like one part in the whole, like I thought, like, because they were loud as shit during the previews, and I was just like, okay, maybe, you know, when it gets to the movie, they'll shut the fuck up. Yeah. Nope. And so like we're sitting there, and my chick keeps looking at me, and she's like, but it was pissing me off because like shit like that doesn't really bother me in a movie theater. Like when other people are talking, because I can like tune it out. But she's looking at me like I'm the one talking the whole fucking movie, because she's getting pissed off because she can hear it. Yeah. And so she's looking at me like crazy, and she's like, "Do you not hear that?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, but I'm tuned in." So like, and then like after she had said that, like now I'm listening, and they're just fucking loud,
and it just ruins it.
And I'm like, maybe that's why I didn't enjoy the movie as much as I did, because these motherfuckers would not shut up. And so finally I was like, I'm going to get up and go pee. And when I go pee, I'm just going to look at them. And I'm going to stare at these motherfuckers.
Shut the fuck up!
Yeah, I wanted to. But then like when I got up and I turned to look at them, and I was hoping I'd make eye contact with them so I could just like look at them like, shut the fuck up. Like, I see you, stop talking. And so when I get up, I look at them, and they're both like, like they're just sitting there talking. I'm like, yo,
god damn,
they ain't even looking at the fucking screen.
Just no fucks given, man.
Yeah,
that's wild,
I'm like,
bro.
Y'all just paid like $40 for these seats, and y'all bought a bunch of food, and y'all are just sitting there face to face, like talking the whole fucking movie. Like, what's the point? Like, just go home and watch that shit. Like, bootleg it. But you know,
were they younger or?
No, we're probably around the same age.
No. Even worse.
But yeah, it's like you've grown. Like,
I'd expect them to have the respect for the sanctity of the theater and shut the fuck up.
And see, I don't understand why people, like when it comes to shit like that, like people are so inconsiderate. Yeah. And they don't pay attention to shit that's going around with them. Like, and then like we kept saying shh. Like, can you not take a hint, motherfucker? Like, you just gonna talk the whole fucking movie. So
this I don't know, this might be a Palladium problem. No, I can't say that, because I did have my issue when I went and saw Spider-Man at a draft house. Oh, yeah. Of like dude having a nerd orgasm behind me the whole fucking movie.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Just fucking idiot. Anyways, that would piss me off definitely. I don't know if I'm not like, I mean, like, if a confrontation jumps out, then I'm all for the action. But I'm not someone who starts confrontations. So, like, to me, like, you'll get, like, oh, God, oh, again. Like, and then I'll just start being like, shut the fuck up. Like whispering it. Hopefully you can hear me to, like, you know, get your attention to shut the fuck up. But, you know, like, I let it go for a minute. Before I don't think I could ever like go get an attendant and be like, yeah, these fucks right here.
I'm never
get them the fuck out.
I'm never gonna go that far, and I know some people do, but I'll just sit there and I'll just kind of like, damn, you gonna talk the whole movie? So, yeah, that shit's annoying.
It's just it's wild.
I don't get like, just stay home if you're gonna be like that.
I think that might be a little bit of the issue is like these last 2 years we've been able to get movies streaming at home, and motherfuckers probably just forget how to act in the theater, especially if they, you know, if a movie's not going to streaming immediately.
Yeah, y'all need to learn proper theater etiquette. Stop fucking the movies for everybody else. Like, I could get like maybe during like a Marvel movie or whatever, and like some cool shit happens, and you're like excited for that part. Not overly excited, but
fuck that.
You know what I do wish though? I watched a bunch of reactions for Spider-Man, like after I'd seen the film, and some of them theaters, like I'm not gonna give no spoilers because I don't know if some of y'all haven't seen it yet.
I mean, if you haven't, you probably know what happens already.
But some of the some of the reveals, of like characters, these motherfuckers was going crazy.
I'm saying that's
shit was jumping. Mine. But then I seen one TikTok where somebody posted like the reactions for like Tobey Maguire, like back whenever he was like learning how to do the web and shit. Yeah. And people was like geeking out the same way, like just hype as fuck. And I was just like, damn. Yeah. Man, you gotta love the movies, man.
I mean, I love it. I do. I love that shit. Like some of my favorite moments in the theater happen like that from like a fucking midnight showing of like, I'll never forget going to see Batman Begins. And at the end of the movie where Commissioner Gordon gives Batman the fucking the Joker card, and he's like talking about the Joker, and he's like, yeah, we got this guy, he's got like a taste for the theatric, and he flips the card over and the whole fucking theater just goes ape shit. Like, we knew it was coming. We knew it was coming, but just seeing it is just like, oh fuck. Oh shit. Like, like moments like that, like that's what makes me love the theater, and why like I hope it never goes away. Yeah. And like I feel like we kind of like fucked it up giving people movies streaming online and shit, but it's like, I don't know.
You know what I really do miss though? When midnight showings were actually midnight showings.
Well, legit, yeah.
Like you had to get there like
at midnight.
Yeah, at midnight. Yeah. Like there was no like you can catch it the day before, like 10 o'clock. Like that shit started at midnight. Yeah. I miss those. Those
were the times, yo. Like that shit made us be. That shit made us that. Camping out for shoes. Having to like midnight release for video games too back in the day.
Yeah, midnight. You were standing in line for like Call of Duty and shit.
Dog, like man, we sat in my car and smoked blunts until midnight to go in and pick up my copy of Modern Warfare 2, man. Yeah. Like straight up.
And then you be up all night fucking playing that shit.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's how it used to be, dog.
I remember one time, I was in New Mexico, and I think the new Halo had dropped, and like we go to Walmart and we pick it up at midnight. Everybody's out there geeking out. We're so excited we got the fucking game. We like speed through the parking lot to like get home to get back to the dorms to play it. And a fucking cop like right at the end of the parking lot like pulls us over and he's like, why the fuck are y'all going so fast through the parking lot? Like about to give us a ticket. He's like, oh, like we're sorry. We just got this. He's like, all right. Just get home safe and then play the game. Y'all enjoy.
My gamer handle is this. Yeah. See you online. Oh. I remember there were when Halo 2 came out, motherfuckers skipped school to play it all night long. Yeah. And they ended up getting snitched out to the coaches, so they had to run because they skipped football practice and everything. Damn. And they ended up getting back to the coaches that they skipped school to play Halo. And the whole next day at practice, all they did was fucking run quarters.
Which one of y'all motherfuckers snitched?
It's fucked up, man. Like someone was hating. It's just like, they went to play Halo 2. They were playing Halo 2, and coach was like, what? God damn it!
See, if I was a coach And somebody told me that, and I was like, well, fuck it. You just mad because you didn't get Halo 2? Stop being a bitch. You go run. You go run.
Fucking hater.
Everybody else gets a chill day at practice. You go fucking run. Snitchy McSnitch face.
Snitchy McSnitch face. I can actually remember my last midnight release I went to. It was for, it's how long that game's been out, but GTA 5.
God damn.
That was the last time I went to a midnight release. And I have it on my old Instagram when I like got the game. Like I was like, yeah, this is the last time I'm gonna do this. Because I was tired. Yeah. Like it was already setting in then, and I was in like my early to mid 20s of just like, man, I can't do this no more.
No more midnight releases.
Yeah, and it was just like, and then it like took forever for the game to like load onto my system, so I couldn't even play it that night. And I was like super pissed. I was like, fuck, and I got school tomorrow.
You gotta wait.
Yeah, so it pissed me off.
So it's like you wake up, go to class, that shit's still loading.
Fuck yeah.
Because how many hours did it take to load?
Man, it took a minute. It took a fucking minute, dog. I think it was well over 24 hours.
Yeah. And then like you go to class the next day, you come back and like you're so fucking tired, you just like you only play a little bit.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I think it was one of those moments where I fell asleep with the sticks in my hand, just like.
I've done that. Like I get home and I'll try to play a little bit, and I'll fucking fall asleep in the lobby.
I know one time I was like I'm in a clan for one of the games that I play, and like I was in our little chat group like with my headset on after like just a long day of work, and I think I smoked, and I just passed out in the chat, and you know me and how I snore. So when I got on the next day, like they were just like, yo man, you was fucking blurred. We had to boot you from the chat, dog. Like you was just snoozing. I was like, damn.
This nigga was dead.
Like, damn. I was like, damn, my bad. He's like, yo, we asked you a question, and the next thing we hear was just like I was like, fuck, man, my bad. Like it's a long day, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, man.
So
I miss how I used to do shit back in the day. And like especially with sneaker releases, because like this shit now, like I sent you that picture, was it yesterday? With all the ones.
Oh yeah. Homie
so,
with the bots.
Yeah, like these people with bots, man, they just be fucking. So I went on sneakers and took another L on the Crimson, the Jordan, was it 3s?
Yeah,
I think it was the 3s.
Jordan 4s.
Yeah. And I was just like, all right, whatever. Like I knew I wasn't gonna hit anyways. And so I'm at Ingram, and I go into this little like resale shop that's on the corner upstairs, and I look on the shelf, and it's like a 8 to 10 foot shelf, and it's just nothing but all those Jordans, like almost every single size, and then like a bunch of like my sizes, like 10s, 10 and a halves, 11s. And I was like. And so retail for those is what, like $190? Yeah. The motherfuckers are selling almost $450.
God damn.
I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's that bullshit, man. Like resell. Look, I get why they do it. You know what I'm saying? It is a business. It is a business model, but it's like you ruin it for so many people. And the fact that like reselling goes beyond sneakers now.
Yeah.
That's what makes it even worse. So like now it's like affecting the video games. Like you can't get a PS5 right now,
and I've been waiting
for retail, and it's bullshit. Like, and it's just it goes beyond that. Like you saw the fucking motherfuckers trying to resell Spider-Man tickets like last month for like stupid prices just to see it opening night, and it's just like what?
I was like, I'll wait.
Like, dog, it ain't worth $1,000. Like it isn't. That experience is not that. It's like y'all are crazy.
But
man.
There's some super fan out there that'll be like, fuck it, I'm down.
Yeah, I went first showing, opening night, front row. Yeah, $1,000. What?
Like you stupid, bro.
Like, bro. Go.
Yeah, that's just crazy. You know, I was thinking about too, like with all these like resellers and like GOAT and like StockX and all that shit. I was like, man, what if they remade Willy Wonka, but they had like resellers and shit in there? Because you know how, like on TikTok, like for some dumbass reason, like on my TikTok, like there's a bunch of live streams. Mm-hmm. And on all the live streams, I don't know what I clicked like on, but it's like people opening packs of Pokemon cards.
Fucking nerds.
And so like I could just like imagine that shit is like Wonka's giving out golden tickets, and it's just these motherfuckers that are like buying a bunch of packs and just opening them up on TikTok. Like, all right, well, you got this pack right here. It's a Scrumdiddlyumptious bar. Let's see if we got a golden ticket in here. Subscribe, like, follow. Willy Wonka fan number 867. Thanks for the gift. It's just like, yo, like I want to do a skit. I was just like, I think that shit would be funny as hell.
That's crazy. Just, I don't know. If you would have told me 22 years ago now that Pokemon would still be a thing, I would have told you you're smoking crack.
Yeah.
It is so crazy that Pokemon is still a thing, and people are still like going crazy over it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's wild to me, man.
I ain't gonna lie though, Pokemon Go, that was my shit for a little bit.
Oh, that was everybody's shit. I had a professor who played that at St. Edward's. Like, he like walked into class and he's like, "Oh, sorry, just finished catching a Squirtle. Anyways, I'm Professor Ernest." So I was like, what the fuck? Like, I gotta take you seriously now?
Professor Ernest or Elm?
Dr. Elm.
But yeah, I don't know. That too, I think a lot of the reasons why people, splurge on shit like this and like do resells and all that stuff because they just chasing clout.
Yeah,
they just clout chasers.
Clout chasing fuckers.
You like how I did that?
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice.
Man, and that's one of the things I hate.
But hey, speaking of Pokemon and chasing clout, I mean, look where it gets you. Look what happened with that Paul brother.
Oh yeah,
who like dropped like 3 milli on fake cards and shit.
Yeah,
all because he wanted to. Oh, look at me! I got all these Pokemon cards.
Look what I got.
All these rare cards.
But then that too, like even though they're fake, like he's still getting clout because people are talking about it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And people are like going to his page and subscribe. Oh my god, what he did? What happened? What?
Yeah.
What? Jake Paul did what? What? Is it?
That's why I just called it a Paul brother. I don't know the difference between them.
Jake or Logan.
Yeah, I know one of them wins the fights and the other one gets like the fights with the bigger
and makes like shells and shit. I seen like whatever the Paul guys, them Paul guys. But yeah, it's just a weird time now because you got a lot of people that like reach out to you and like they sit there and they talk about they want to do collabs and then like you can kind of see the color shine through and it's like, oh, you just doing this because I got a little bit of
buzzy buzz.
I got a little bit of clout juice.
Got a little Buzzington.
But yeah, it's just I don't know. I can't stand that shit, and I'll never do anything like crazy for clout. Like if people follow onto my shit and like start fucking with me off of organic shit, I'm cool with it.
See, what I chuck up to kind of like clout chasing also are those people who like they can't enjoy the moment without their phone.
For real.
And I got like I follow a few of these people on Instagram, and they're the people when like they go to a bar or something. Instead of like enjoying their time with their friends, they're like recording everything as they're like chilling. Not even chilling. They're just like, woo, this is where we're at. Party, blah, blah. And it's like this unnecessarily long story that they keep posting.
Every time you skip a story, it's like, woo.
Yeah, it's just like, it's so fucking, it's so fucking annoying. It really is. I'm just like, put your fucking phone down and enjoy yourself if it's that dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why do you gotta broadcast all the time?
Yeah. It's just the time we're in now. It's like everybody feel like they need to do that, and it's funny because like I'm like when I'm DJing, like I look out and I see people doing that shit.
Yeah.
And the change in like behavior. So like I'll look out and like I'll play a song and it'll be like a TikTok song or something, and you see all these people grab their phone and they doing a little dance and shit. And as soon as they're done recording, they stop dancing and they're just like this the whole time. And then they just standing there on their phone, everybody. And I'm like, yo, like just be there, be in the moment, and enjoy that shit. Speaking of, I have an idea for an event that I want to talk to you about OffPod because I don't want nobody stealing my shit.
Okay. We know what happens when we give people free game. They take our ideas, run with it.
Take our ideas and they run with it.
Make bullshit, stupid ass shows. You know.
So But yeah, all that shit is corny to me. Like I'll repost shit that people tag me in and whatever, but if I'm truly out having a good time somewhere, like you're not gonna see any posts.
Exactly. That's my thing. Like and the reason why like it annoys me is because I used to be that person.
Yeah, same.
Who would do that. Like I would always post my surroundings on Snapchat.
Like I gotta get this.
Yeah, I'm at Rebar again. Yeah, look at us. Look at all the people. And like I used to do that shit, and then I like looked at my stories in the morning and realized how like obnoxious it was.
Yeah.
It was just like, this is stupid. And so now when I don't do that, I'm just like, when I go someplace like this Saturday, you'll get like the, hey, I'm here with Chaku. We're at his Saturday location.
Like the one post.
Come through. Other than that, you're not gonna get me in me posting every one of my fucking drinks at night, everyone I'm talking to that night. Like, that's stupid.
And then my thing too is like doing that. So like whenever I post things, people always like comment on my shit. Mind you, I'm working.
Yeah.
But I get a lot of comments on, oh, so where you at tonight?
Motherfucker, I know you see the tag.
And then they'll be like, I
know you see the tag.
And then they'll be like, well, how is it tonight? Like, is it busy? It's like, well, come fucking see for yourself.
Yeah, come see for yourself.
Like, don't, because I'm just going to tell you what's popping.
That's all right. So if I
Man,
get
this shit packed out. Yo, fucking niggas is in here buying bottles. It's like, nigga, aren't you at Hobson House? Yeah, but niggas is out here buying bottles and shit.
But that's the thing. Like, is it popping? Is it dope? Is kind of subjective because it's to whatever you like. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I hate like when I get that question, because it's just like, well, I'm enjoying myself, but it's like if you come through here and you're looking for something else, then you might not enjoy yourself. So I'm not gonna tell you it's like the hottest spot in the city.
Yeah,
it annoys me when people like ask that or like that way, like, oh, is it popping? Is it dope? Is it crowded or something like that? It's like, look, a place doesn't have to be crowded to be dope. Yeah, in my opinion.
And then on top of that too, it's just like who you with.
Yeah,
honestly, because I can be somewhere with a bunch of people and the environment is fun, but if y'all are fucking lame, then I'm not having a good time.
And me personally, especially, this just got hammered down more in a post-COVID world. I don't want to be in a place where I can't fucking move. Yeah, like I'm too big for that shit.
Like shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, like that shit is not appealing to me at all. Like I see that and I'm just like, nah, I'm staying the fuck away from there.
But then that too is just like lack of respect, because like a lot of these young kids now, like from what I remember in my 20s, it's like we go out to places, we get fucked up, and we just have a good time. There was never no like just wanting to fight niggas randomly.
Au contraire, Chaku, I do remember stopping you from fighting 3 people on 6th Street one night.
Oh, okay. Well, that's different. That's after the fact. But I know I'm talking about like during, like, yeah, like you'll be inside a spot and like niggas are just in there looking for problems. Yeah. And they be like, like I've had niggas step on my shoes and just like look at me and I'm like, okay, nigga, you stepped on a shoe. Like,
not me.
Good job.
It was never my fault, as I've explained before. I am what they call a big Negro. So if I bump into you when I'm drunk in the bar, it's never my fault. It's yours.
They're like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. There have been times where like I know I was the one who initiated the contact, and the motherfucker was like, "Oh man, it's good. Yeah, it's good, man. I'm just gonna go get another one. You know, you want something?" I'm like, "Nah, man, I'm good. My bad. Yeah, sorry, bro."
I get that a couple of times, but for the most part, like, it's sometimes like niggas just eyeball me, like, like do the stare down or like look me up and down. I'm like, for one, you bumped into me. 2, you stepped on my shoe. I didn't step on yours. And 3, you was in my fucking way, right? Yeah. And you're being a dick. I was like, yeah, you just looking to get into some shit.
Looking.
It's like, I'm good. I'm good. See, I never did shit like that. Like I step on somebody's shit, I'm just like, oh, my bad. I didn't even wipe that shit off too. Like
if you like just being like a hothead or instigator. Yeah. But like that's just super annoying. Like, so I couldn't imagine living my life like going out seeking confrontation. Of just like, I'm gonna do as much as I can to get into like some type of confrontation tonight. That's a super fucking toxic person. Yeah. That you don't want to be around, 1. But 2, it's like you can't take them nowhere.
Nah, cause you always gotta fucking be looking over your shoulder. Yeah. And that shit is annoying. And then I hate too, like you be in groups of people and like the littlest one wanna start shit. Oh yeah. And then look to you and be like, help. Did I tell you about that one time? Yeah. This nigga was talking shit to this guy the whole time. Like, we're all in like the same kind of group, and he's talking because he's wearing this red bandana. And so homie told him to take his bandana off, and he's like, nah. He started talking shit to this dude. Mind you, this dude's like your size. Big dude. And he's talking shit to him. And I'm like, all right, you can do that if you want to, but once he swing, like that shit ain't, like you gonna get knocked the fuck out. And so this motherfucker runs in front of me after they get into it. And he's like, that's him right there. Get him. I'm like, no, it's not my fight.
It's not mine. I don't even know what's happening.
Shit. We cool, but
I'm enjoying myself. Yeah, what are you doing?
Sipping on my drink. I'm going to watch y'all fight like dumbasses. So, man, it's just like shit like that. I just,
Yeah, there's people out there. And it's not subjected to just one place. They're everywhere.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
They're in every city. It doesn't matter big or small. There are people out there. You just gotta
some one unhappy motherfucker that gotta ruin everybody's night.
Exactly. You just gotta see them, point it out, and avoid it.
Yep.
Avoid that shit.
I was one night I was leaving the Spoilers. I was packing up and I was putting my shit in the car, and I heard these dudes outside talking shit. Mind you, I seen them inside and they were talking shit to everybody too.
Yeah.
Like kind of being like, oh, I'm tough ass, whatever. And so these dudes go outside and like they're outside talking, and there's this guy that I met at the Friendsgiving party for Spoilers. He's friends with one of the bartenders, and he's kind of like a weird dude. Like he has a fucking trench coat and a hat, and he kind of looks like Undertaker, but like a little mini Mexican version.
Whoa.
And so he's standing outside and he's waiting for a lift, and he has like a little backpack. Like he's drunk because he works at some spot downtown. He's like a bar back or some shit like that. I don't know. But he's waiting for his lift, and the guys that was inside like wilding out talking shit. Like the dude outside is talking shit to the guy that's waiting on his lift, and he's not even doing nothing.
Damn.
And so I could hear them like talking to him. He's like, "What's up, nigga? Like you just gonna you fucking ignoring me? Like blah blah blah." And it was just like puffing his chest out, and I was like, "God damn!" And I didn't know it was homie at first.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't see it, and I was in mine too. Like it's not none of my business, so I'm not gonna fucking get into that. So I just throw my shit in the car and I go back inside, and I hear a bunch of people. Oh fuck! They jumped him. And like these three dudes just jumped this dude waiting for a lift.
Oh man!
So I go outside and I check on homie, and he's fucking laying like face flat on the ground. He's not moving, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, did they kill this nigga? Because he's bleeding. You can see blood on the fucking ground.
Yeah.
And so they beat his ass up. They took his phone and they fucking threw it across that parking lot under the bridge.
Yeah.
And they just like they tied his ass up, like they fucked him up.
Fuck.
And so he gets up, he's like, man, he's like, I wasn't even doing nothing. He's like, they were talking shit to me, and like I ignored them, and like they just, next thing I know, he just got jumped. But it's just shit like that. Like there's niggas out there looking to fucking fight and beat up niggas for no reason.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, so
that shit got me hot, dog.
You niggas got me hot.
Niggas got me hot.
But
Fuck.
yeah.
That's a deviation from clout chasing. That's just being an asshole.
All right, so moving on. We gonna jump into this music corner. You know what? I need to figure out a better way to do segues.
Hold on. First off, we still got some time, and I got a new addiction, Chaku.
Oh shit!
I've got a new addiction.
See, that's what happened though, because you was playing leapfrog and shit. So.
My bad. It's okay. I got a new addiction. No longer watching hoof scraping.
I was about to ask, no more,
my brother.
No more hoof scraping.
No. Those videos got filtered out on my YouTube, and so now what's been happening is I've been getting a lot of videos of like one man camping, solo camping and shit. And man, I'm in it. I'm in it right now. This is my new wave, dog.
Oh shit!
I'm in it, dog. They be doing a lot of shit.
I'm gonna look at your Amazon wish list, and it's gonna be like a one man solo camping shit.
Nah, none of that. But it's just like first, like I started watching this one dude who he outfitted his F-150, like his truck bed, to like put like a bed back there. And like store like all like his generators and all that shit, and then under it he all has like his cooking shit.
Yeah.
And so what he did was like over the summer, this motherfucker like he's based out of Minnesota. Motherfucker like drove down to Mexico and then drove back, and basically saved like a fuckload of money, basically just sleeping in the back of his truck. And so what he'd do is he'd like stop all these places. He like hit Vegas, and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna hit the Strip, and I'm just gonna sleep in the back of my truck and shit. And he did. You know, he just fucking made like fucking noodles out the back of his truck and shit, and just slept back there. And I was like, damn, this nigga got it figured out, motherfucker. Yeah. But like that spiraled into these other motherfuckers. Like there's a lot of them are out of Canada and like up north. So like you're talking like Vancouver, Toronto, all these places. And they're like just like, it's like Van City, van life or some shit. Yeah. I'm like, what?
You know what's crazy is Tom Green. He did the same thing. He
does it?
He like remodeled a van, and he did like a trip, and him and his dog, and they just like traveled across fucking America.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to do some shit like that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like it really inspires me. I'm like, fuck, man, I wouldn't like, this looks dope if you could do it like this way. Yeah. Like I'm with it if you do that. On the flip, Like you got some homeboys who are just like, these are Canadians too, and they're just like, I'm gonna go camp in sub freezing temperatures with nothing but with no tent. Or this shit, and I'm just like,
it's like a sleeping bag.
Yeah, and they'll be like, I'll do a sleeping bag, and I'll show you how to make like a shelter in the forest and shit. And I'm just like, damn, that's dope.
If I had time for that shit, I would probably try it out.
Fuck that.
I'd make a shelter. I'd make like a fort in the mountains of South Dakota.
Like one dude like clearly hears wolves in the distance, and he's getting hyped up about it. He's just like, oh man, I heard wolves in the distance. That's amazing. And I'm just like, what?
Nah, man, they coming to eat your ass.
Yeah, you dumb fuck. But I mean, like on the flip of this, like you're wondering like who could do some shit like that. And it's like I always tend to stumble onto the video of where they like announce like, oh, this is my 1 or 2 year mark of sobriety. And blah blah, and I'm just like, oh, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I understand now. Like, I mean, it's not judging them or anything, but it's like if you lived like you were addicted to something, and maybe how bad your addiction was, you probably been in worse sleeping conditions and shit. And so like you can take sleeping on shrubs on the ground and shit in a sleeping bag in sub-freezing weather and shit. You know what I'm saying? But my big thing is just like the shit they be cooking. Like a lot of them motherfuckers they be chefing in the forest, and I'm just like, yo, that's dope.
You know what's funny is like Nachi said, I wouldn't say it's an addiction, but there's this one dude I see on TikTok.
I know what you're talking about.
And it's just like he has this big ass blade and he's like cut. You don't ever see his face.
Yeah.
You just see him like chefing up all this shit out in the wilderness.
But he always makes the dopest fucking food, and it looks good.
Like, how's this shit? This shit is dope.
Like, yeah, he be chefing it. Like, he uses nature's kitchen, brother.
Yeah.
That's what he uses.
You see him fucking doing this shit with his stick.
And his ASMR is impeccable.
Yeah.
It always sounds amazing.
You just
hear, the crunch
Next
sound.
thing you know, this nigga got like a fucking 5-star Michelin steak and some eggs. And I'm like, whoa, this nigga's in the mountains of Montana with a fucking backpack on.
And it's like, I think he's the father of all these YouTube channels that keep popping up on my feed now, because these motherfuckers always try and be like him. Yeah. And it's like, fuck it, I'm gonna cook tonight. I'm cooking this. You sent me a recipe. I'm cooking this and blah blah. I'm just like, damn. It's like, y'all ain't the OG, but it's still dope. But nah, definitely something to check out. Definitely something I would love to do. Like, I'm not even a traveling person like that. I don't like traveling by car. But if I had like the setup,
yeah, if I had some shit like that, that'd be dope. And Rudy was talking about that shit too. He's like, once I'm done with all this shit, he's like, that's what I want to do. Like, I want to travel like across America and do all that shit. I'm like, yeah, that'd be fucking dope.
And just like what, like an RV or something?
Yeah, like a big ass like RV or shit, even some shit like that. And then like you saw those videos, like people like remodeling buses.
Yeah,
that shit is I guess you could say my addiction right now. Not new. It's been kind of there, but I've been on it a little bit more. Container homes.
Oh, I was on that like last year.
Yeah,
it's how cheap they are compared to a real home.
Yeah,
and how dope they look when they're done is fucking amazing.
Yeah,
I'm all for it.
I'm looking into, because I got some land in South Dakota. Yeah, so I think that's what I want to do.
You just throw a container home on like a fucking mansion out there and shit.
But I want to have like a big ass fucking like this shit gonna have levels, kind of how like Container Bar is. Yeah, awesome, but like just way more dope.
Container Bar elsewhere is a Container Bar also.
Oh yeah.
There's a show on Hulu that my girl showed me last year. And that's how I got into it. I forgot the name of it. I think it's something like Container Home Life or something. And they do one for a girl up in Austin who was like, she just graduated college. She was living at her parents' house. And she was like, well, I could have bought my own place, but I decided to like save money. And so I bought like a container and we stuck it in the backyard because they had room. Yeah. And they basically outfitted it into her own personal fucking office and a bedroom.
Dog,
and I was like so jealous. So jealous.
Yeah, so, I mean, eventually down the road, I'll start my container home project. But that too is just like, I think that's probably like my main like addiction. Yeah, is like container homes.
I feel you. A container home is dope. That's
that
nice.
too, and like organization shit. I've been trying to get more organized, so I've been watching like a lot of shit in the organization. There's this one lady on TikTok that folds shit, and she just does it like so immaculate.
Is that the Conti or whatever her name
I
is.
have no idea.
Lady.
I forgot her name, but she's like, she be doing that shit super quick, and I have to watch the video like 5 or 6 times. This shit just be on loop.
That's how I learned how to fold the Saucy Boy shirts and put them in the packages.
Yeah.
I had to find some video on YouTube of like how to fold long sleeve shirts and shit, and that was the only way I can get them in to like show the logo and all that.
But the way that lady be folding jeans and shit, I look in my closet and I'm disgusted.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, none of my shit looks like this.
You're like, what the fuck is wrong with me, man?
Yeah. And it's like this 30-second video, and I'm like, damn, that's all it takes.
Yeah.
But then, next thing I know, I'm pulling my clothes out the laundry and I'm just setting the motherfuckers on the bed. They be there for a few hours.
I got like a tub in my closet, and that's where like my pants would be on.
Yeah.
It's a fucking mess now. Like I just tossed the pants on there. I really need to just go through there and fold them up like I did when I first moved in. But like all my like shirts, they're either hanging up or they're in like my little pull out thing.
See, I would hang the rest of my shirts, but there's a fucking plastic hanger shortage right now. So good luck with that. I was like, and then I went to Walmart and all they had was fucking like the metal like hang. I'm like, yo, I can't do the metal hangers.
The metal ones.
I hate how that shit sound when you slide it. It's like shing.
That's like my girl. My girl has to have the velvet ones. I got like those. A velvet black thing on them.
I fucking hate those.
And I'm just like, a hanger's a hanger. Fuck it.
I hate those hangers because it's so hard to pull shirts off of them fucking things.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool for like to use because you don't want your shirt to like slip off or whatever. But taking your shirt off of those fucking hangers is a fucking challenge. That's like the worst shit. But I got these weird ones now that have like some rubber shit on it. I'm not a fan. I want them plastic ones back, but the motherfuckers is all sold out. I bet you somebody on StockX is like selling a pack.
Hanger plug.
Yeah, hanger plug. I bet for 99-cent pack of like 10 hangers, and bitches is like $10.50.
Like $9.99.
For real.
It's fucked up.
Shit is crazy.
All right, then we can jump into music corner now, bro.
All right, so music corner for this week is what we've been listening to. So I've been kind of all over the place with music, and I've been listening to a lot more like instrumental shit just because I play music pretty much all day. And especially after you play a 6-hour set, you really don't want to hear any words.
Yeah.
So I've been on some like instrumental shit lately. But I will say there's an album that came out produced by Ninth Wonder, and it is called The Dawn in the Eye, with this dude named the Mussolini and Ninth Wonder. And that shit is like some dope ass just like hip hop shit. And then have you heard the Rick Ross album?
Not yet.
The Rick Ross album is pretty fucking dope. And there was a song released a few days ago with the Game and Kanye West.
Yeah.
Easy. That nice. Shit, Kanye is on there fucking.
That's old Kanye, bro.
Yeah, that's old Kanye.
That's old Kanye snapping.
He's being petty as fuck,
and I love it.
But that's old Kanye.
I love petty old Kanye. For me today, I don't remember what inspired me to, but I like jumped back on some Jigga Man shit. Oh, I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about like the origins of the word pause. And one of the dudes on the podcast was like from the West Coast, and he was like, "Man, I'm gonna be real. Like, we weren't saying pause until like 07, 08. But he was like, I remember hearing Jay-Z say it on the Dynasty, like way back in the day. And he's like, that just shows you how slow language and slang traveled pre-social media and pre-internet, because it took almost a fucking decade for pause to get to the West Coast. And I don't remember when motherfuckers started saying pause down here, but I know it was probably within the last decade.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, basically I went back to listen to it, and I was just like, yo, he did say pause.
He says that, like, often in songs.
Yeah, it was on, man, I remember. I had the song. It's
See, I'm going to have to go back and listen to that shit now.
1 second.
This was on Dynasty?
Yeah, it's on the Dynasty. It's on Streets is Talking. He's like, don't ever think that I got the heart to shoot you or something like that. And he's like, I could be a dick. Pause. Blah blah blah. And just goes on with the bar. And I've heard that verse so many fucking times and thought nothing of it as a kid. And it's just like, oh, pause. I get it now. Like these niggas was saying pause back then. So yeah, like I jumped back and I was at the gym today listening to the Dynasty, and I was just like, fuck, man, that took me back. So then I threw it back to My Life and Times Volume 2 and 3.
I find myself doing that often. Like I'll hear a line and maybe like a new song, and it'll remind me of like some older shit, or like I'll hear somebody use some slang. I'm like, they said this in, like, oh shit,
my bad.
They said this in something before, and I'll remember it, and I'll go back and I'll listen to it, and then I'll just go down this rabbit hole listening to like old albums.
Exactly, that's what I was doing, and then also it's kind of an indictment on the age limits of people who make these best of lists for these artists. Because the next thing I noticed was just like, if you click on like Spotify specifically, if you click on like the This Is Jay-Z, like the majority of the tracks on there are all like post 2010. Like they really, not a lot of his older shit is on there. Like a lot of deep cut. Like, we wouldn't even call them deep cuts, but just like really not. It's supposed to have like all their hits.
Yeah, they don't even have like the original classics.
And it's like, yeah, they put like most of Watch the Throne on there, Blueprint 3, and all this shit. But it's just like, damn, y'all just
fucking like, forgot about the Blueprint.
It's like, what are you, like 10? Were you like 10 in 2010 or something like that? What the fuck? Like, why are you only putting these songs on there? So yeah, it's just an indictment, because that's the same thing with the Nas playlist also. Like they sleep on like a lot of the shit that came out in the 90s, and it's just like, who's the fucking 25-year-old who curated this list? You know? Like,
and you gotta think about that too. It's just like these new kids that are working for like Spotify and whatever. It's like that's their shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit that they grew up on is the shit that we were already like grown listening to.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get quiet. I think I got a boogie in my nose.
Got a boogie?
I don't want it to come out right now.
Got a little boogie, man. Let that shit fly, baby.
Yeah. So
I got a vacuum.
We got to wrap the pod so your boy can go blow his nose. Also, I do want to say I want to give a big shout out to the Brothers Binge. It's sad news that they had to end their podcast. Definitely a big influence on us in this podcast. So definitely wanted to give a huge shout out to them. And I hope someday we can see more pods from them come back eventually.
For sure. Yeah. Big shout out to Pedro, Alex, and everything that they did with the Brothers Binge podcast. It's a very entertaining podcast. They have 200 episodes of just good shit. So even though the show has stopped at show 200, we're hoping that they could come back and do some more shows. But if they don't, there's always the other 200 episodes you can go back and listen to for some laughs and good shit. So
hell yeah.
And I'm on a couple of those episodes. So
yeah.
Hey. But on that note, we're gonna end this episode, and we will catch y'all next time. Y'all be safe.
Bye guys. Love you.
Peace.